Good morning everyone. Today's reading is from the book of John. So if we all open our books at chapter 1, page 10. And John of Briley said unto the crowd, Get rid of your books, except for this one, the one true guide. Thou shalt not take any spare things, for there are shops in Spain. Nor wilt thou take cameras nor watches, for thou shalt live in the moment. But above all, break the dependency on your mobile phones. Then we turn to page 23. But then John took pity on the sinners, and verily he said unto them, Oh, all right, if you really must take phones, make sure you only switch the bloody things on at the end of the day, for cursed will be those who use them while walking. Here endeth the lesson. On my phone, I have downloaded a free app from the Google Play Store, Map of Spain. And so effectively you have the whole of Spain in much better detail you can have in the guidebook. It's right down to street level and has the names of major streets. Also, it's got all sorts of extra information. It's got restaurants, shops, and in fact you can ask it to look for specific things, so places of interest, food shops, and there it highlights all the food shops in the yellow circles. Also, if you get really lost, you can use GPS to find where you are. So for a free map, I think this is excellent. There are also Google Maps that you can download onto your phone, so you can use them offline, but they're quite limited in the amount of space you can download at one time. For example, you couldn't download a whole of Spain. The internet. Well, the good news is, along the Camino, nearly every hostel and every bar has Wi-Fi. But that's also bad news. And in fact, it's a great concern that people on the Camino now spend too long in the evenings looking at their phones and looking at the internet. People mentioned before the phone came along and before Wi-Fi came along, you might see people playing card games, singing songs, just general interaction in the evenings. Also, people mention people having time for themselves, for solitude and contemplation and all these sorts of things, giving yourself time to think and understand the world. But at the same time, I like going on the internet, and there's lots of useful things you need to be able to do, checking the weather for the next day, being in contact with the folks at home, because it's important, to keep them on side, and it's nice to be in contact with them. So I totally agree with what John says about only switching your bloody phone on in the evening. In a communal place like a hostel, obviously meeting people, and that experience is important, but it's also important, to be able to take yourself away and not to be with people all the time, because they'll get fed up with you and you'll get fed up with them. So I think it's okay to have a break from your communal, spiritual, pilgrim activities and go and look up the latest football results or whatever it is you're interested in. Books. A good way to save weight when on the Camino is to load them onto your Kindle, and if you want to save even more weight, you can download them onto your Kindle app on your phone. It's free. I've downloaded a Spanish to English dictionary, some classic books, a guidebook of Spain. You can pay for them, just like lots of books these days have a Kindle version, or also Amazon have lots of free books that you can download onto your free app, so you've got nothing to lose. You can download music to play on your phone when you're offline. You must take your earphones, otherwise you really will be in trouble with the Camino standards police. I don't think you could listen to it while walking along the Camino, because I think that would be a distraction from your pilgrimage. But in my case, it's going to take me 2 days to get to the Camino. So I think it's okay to listen to music then. And also, in the evening, John says it's okay to turn your bloody phones on last thing at night. So if you've got your earphones and, for your comfort, then that's a good thing to do. I'm going to use my phone as a camera and I'm going to post photographs on Facebook. On my phone it has an 8GB memory, which is quite small compared to modern phones, and an expensive phone, maybe costs £500 or £600, might have a memory of 256GB, which is quite big, and unless you're recording lots of video, I don't think you would ever fill that up. But with my phone, it only has 8GB, so what I've done is I've added extra memory. And it's quite possible you'll be able to do the same on your phone. Behind the battery, there is the SIM card, and at the bottom there's a memory card I bought. It's a micro SD card, and it's 32GB of data. So that's 4 times as much as the original phone, and it's not a great deal, but it's enough so I'll be able to download music and take photographs. Well, here's a radical suggestion: using your phone as a phone. With social media, it's quite easy to keep in contact with people at home, but it's still nice to be able to speak to someone on the phone now and again. Before you set off, make sure your phone will work in Spain. If you live in the European Union, then your phone should work, and it should be just the same as using it at home, and you should pay the same costs. So I'm going to be using my phone a lot more than normal, but not too much, not in the daytime, only certain times in the evening. Okay, I get that. But at the same time, it's going to become more difficult to charge up because I'll be travelling, or I'll be needing to share the PowerPoints with other people, or I might need to leave my phone unattended for a long time while it charges up. So what I've got instead, it's an Anker power pack. Now the battery in my phone, it has a battery capacity of 1500 milliamps, but the Anker power pack has a battery capacity of 10,000 milliamps, so that's over 6 times the battery capacity, so it should last 6 times as long. It takes about 7 hours to charge up from completely flat to completely full, so it's the sort of thing you might need to leave charging up overnight, or as soon as you get to the hostel, charge it up. It has on the side a button, and when you push it, it causes up to 4 lights to light up. If the battery's fully charged, you get 4 lights. The other advantage it has is it costs £23. So if you've got a smartphone that costs £600, you might prefer to leave this charged up unattended rather than leaving your phone charged up. So those are my ideas. If you have any comments, please let me know, but otherwise that's it. So thank you very much and goodbye.